You couldn't be proud of it anymore.
We had our deal with Polydor before the film came out. We thought we were set fair for a long and successful, I won't say career, experiment in music. But mod went overnight from being an underground cult to becoming a dirty word for revivalists and people who just wanted to look backwards. I can understand some of that in retrospect, but musically, the chords were not looking back. We were developing ourselves musically, but we never really got the chance because the press had moved on.
It became just a little bit mad and a little bit embarrassing, but that's what happens to youth culture. They die because they get overexposed to the media, and then more and more kids get involved, which is kind of what you want in the first place. But that's the trouble with youth culture. That is how it always dies. It's killed by success.
After the demise of the mod revival, the culture went back underground, but not for good. Mod culture, fashions, styles and iconography have maintained throughout, appearing in various forms of popular culture and music, from the Britpop movement to the current indie scene.
Mod now is not a dirty word anymore, it's everywhere, and whether it be Blur called a mod band, Oasis called a mod band, no one's afraid to say it anymore. I mean, there was a time when Paul certainly didn't want to be the mod figurehead, and but now it's cool. He's the mod father, and anything to do with mod is now okay. Which you never realised it changed to that point. You know, so it's ingrained in this society, really.
By the end of 1979, The Who had moved on from their peak. The sudden and sad death of drummer Keith Moon had broken apart the dynamic of the band, and although replaced by Small Faces drummer Kenny Jones, things were never quite the same. The cyclical and ever-changing nature of mod owes a debt in no small part to The Who's Quadrophenia, which contributed to its revival with an album of relevance and reflection, and spawned a film that would ensure the identity of mod and the passion that it embodied would never fade away.
Once Quadrophenia came out, mod became the biggest thing in our country, and then spread around the world. And there are still mods all around the world now, and have been since '79, and have been in places like Australia and even South Africa and Rhodesia. There were mods in the '60s. You know, so it might have started in a little dodgy Soho nightclub with a few Juris Taylor kids, and it became one of the biggest cultural influences on the history of the world. And it is still as relevant today as it was in Tubby Hayes' day, or in Mark Bolan's day, or David Bowie's day, or, you know, or Noel Gallagher's day, or The Enemy, or Twisted Wheel, or, you know, it's just there still. And that's what's so beautiful about this thing. The Who captured it twice, with the record and then later with the film. And it's almost by accident, but it'll always be there.